Good morning, Breakfast Club family. This is Mark Stevens for our host, Joe Shoup. Top of the morning to you. Welcome to the Breakfast Club. Hope you had a great day yesterday, a busy day. I know I did. And hope you have a great day today. Joe won't be with us today, but we have a great guest with us. We have Bob Coons back today. I did have him on here for a minute, but I've lost him, so I'm just waiting for him to get back. But as you know, he gave us a great teaching when he was here last week, and he's going to pick it up from there. As you know, we're talking about this home-based business, and does learning how to build a successful business or learning how to do anything come easy? Well, guess what? After today's session, it will be. It will become easy. Bob is going to help us out there, so I should have him back here shortly, and then we will get right into it. Hopefully he can get back in, but I lost him a couple of minutes ago. So we'll be waiting on him to get back in. In the meantime, a lot of things going on. For those of you that weren't here the other day or yesterday and everything, we got that back office together. All the things are there. The letters are done, and it's time to move on. Do I have you back here, Bob?
Yep, I think so.
Okay.
At least you got my voice, so
Yeah, we got your voice. We got the voice. Let me see. I don't see the blue picture that I was seeing.
No, you got a blank screen, so we'll have to figure that out later. We'll do this again later.
Okay, not a problem. Well, everybody knows that's on here now knows that you're here, so we want to make sure that we get everything in that you want to get in. So what we're going to do, again, those that missed Bob last time missed the treat, and you're going to miss the dessert today if you're not here. So for those of you that are here, like I said, if there was a little difficult in doing some things before, Bob is going to make it very clear to you this morning. So Bob, with that saying, welcome to the Breakfast Club, and I'm just chomping at the bit. Matter of fact, give me 1 second, because I need to get my white notepad here and get ready to take some notes. So, Bob, welcome back to the Breakfast Club, and I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mark. Last time it was a little fast and very heavy. You read books that are easy to read. They're called easy reads. And then I read other books. It was really a tough steak to chew, if you can visualize that as far as a book. The words were heavy and everything else. So last Friday was a whole lot of stuff. So we're going to go back over today and go over it a little slower, hopefully. I don't know. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. But let's start back with the white paper. That was probably a new concept for a lot of people last week. And I want to explain that a little bit more. I have an insurance agent who's a good friend of mine who, when I go into his office and sit down and talk to him, he is completely mine. He's completely watching me, listening to me, and he's in the moment at that particular time with me. So the white paper that you're writing on is a clean slate. See, my insurance agent has erased everything else going on in his mind. He's 100% with me. And so with that clean slate, your mind is open and you have the ability to receive. That's why the white paper. Blue ink is the color of trust and responsibility, and allows the mind to accept and transfer or embed that information in your mind. In other words, when you write in blue ink, as you write your notes, you will find it automatically goes to your subconscious. It puts it in there. So as you're writing notes with your blue ink, you remember more. Now, we talked about scripts last time. If getting the audio isn't set up good for you, take the scripts that are there and rewrite them in blue ink, because it'll do the same effect over a process of time to help you learn. Now, we've all been taught to use black ink because it signifies professionalism. However, in reality, black has no power. It really doesn't have any power. The color black is a lack of color, also the lack of energy. Black will not move anybody to action. So when you're using black ink, you can't get anybody to do anything. Yeah, they're nice words on paper, they're nice words on the computer. They don't create any action. And in our life, to be successful, we have to create action. Everything that I read on sales, it calls for a call to action, call to action, call to action. Now, there's verification of this in your own mind, in your own things that we've done on the computer. Think of the links that you view on your computer that say click here now. They're all blue. All the links that you want to go, they send you another website, is blue. To get onto this Hangout today, that was blue that came in. And it was an automatic done by the computer. Hey, click here. Now, if you're writing emails, you actually get more receptiveness in your email versus say click here, which is a redundant term and tells people they're stupid, versus if you put what you want them to do in the middle of your sentence and turn it into blue. They will automatically go back and click on the blue because they want to see what it's about. It's an opening of their mind. So that's why the white paper, the blue ink, there are a lot of advantages to it. The next step on this is that we talked about the training balance scale. And we talked about the fact that there was a why and there was a do. 99% of any success or activity you have in your life is all driven by why. We've all been taught do. Show me how to do it. Show me what to do. Show me this. Show me that. Now, you're going to get some of that. But the reality is it's why. Why, why, why. So when you're talking with people, you want to find out what their why is. Because when you understand their why, then you can help them. Why is the rudder on the boat? Why is the focus in your mentality? Why is what keeps you driving when everything else would knock you off track? An airplane pilot has a why. He must go from LA to Boston. And on that process, he has a main pattern that he's supposed to be flying. Now, because of wind currents, or he has to climb above the clouds or under the clouds, he still has that why that takes him all the way to Boston. He has to make adjustments in the trip, but he has that main why that takes him from there to the other. So when you talk to people, there are many reasons why they want in this business. And if you'll go through a process of listening, and the key word here is listening, and I'll get into why here in a minute. If you will let them talk, the first whys that they want to do this business are really superficial. As an example, well, I want a new car. Well, why do you want a car? Well, because I just want a new car. Well, why? And the question is, bring it down. Why? Because the reason they want a new car may be because they want to look better to their neighbors. Maybe they don't want any more car repair bills. And by the way, new cars don't stop car repair bills. So they still come along. So when you're asking that, the real reason they want a new car may be because they want to take a trip. But you need to find out the real reason. You need to come down to why. Over a process of, well, I want more money. What are you going to do with the money? What is the money really going to bring you? An example that I heard years ago was of a businessman. Well, I really want this guy in my business. And because we deal with this, we got this hot shot that's going to bring us all sorts of people to our business, going to make us a lot of money. And so, well, why do you want that? Well, I want it because he's going to bring me business. Well, is it really him you want? Is it really what he can bring that you want? Or you just want your business to be better? Those are the whys that you have to come down and set on your why list. What do you really want? Now, if you just want your business to be better, and you want security and you want gold, then those are your whys. The guy that you want into your business, the person that you think is going to be the magic person for you, isn't your why. Your why is what you want to accomplish out of having that person there. So when you're working with people and you're training them and you're helping them, is this why is the most important. Now, eventually you're going to reach down and you're going to find out, well, I would really like to give back. I want to help my children get through college, or I want to help the community, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. When you can get down to what their real love and their real desire is, you will find a driving force that will not quit. I know several people, one in particular, is so strong.
We're not hearing you, Bob. I think we might, hopefully not. Okay, we'll get Bob back in a minute. I don't see him. He dropped off for some reason. But he was talking about the why, which is very important. And you hear us, we talk about CCMP, clear, concise, mental picture. And if you have a clear, concise mental picture, you can figure out what your why is. And it makes a big difference, because why do we do things? We do things because of why. And like he said, somebody might say, well, I want to make it easier or better putting my kids through college, or I want that car. Well, why do you want that car? You know, you got to get down to the real reason, the real why. And then Bob was talking about also determination. Well, you know, we've talked about having a dream, you know, and having a dream, a desire, and a determination. So why do you have a dream? Okay, well, you have that dream because it's something that you want to do. Why do you have that desire? Again, because it's something you want to do. You want to do something with somebody, for somebody, or for yourself. And then what you have to have is the determination to get it done. So in getting that determination, in other words, like we talked about yesterday, no excuses. In other words, you don't let anything get in your way of that determination. You've determined what your why is. You have the desire of what your why is. So what you're not going to do is allow any excuses or any people, family, friends, neighbors, or whatever, get in the way of that determination. You're going to do it and do it and do it until a job gets done. So, you know, it's very important, as Bob is saying, is to know what that why is. If you don't have a why, then I guess almost nothing else matters, because if you don't have a why, well, then you go to what? What difference does it make? I don't have a why. I don't know why I want to do this. I just feel like doing it. That's not going to get it done. I don't know why I'm doing this. I saw somebody else do it. That's not going to get it done. I don't know why I'm doing this. What is it going to do for me? That's not going to get it done. So you have to understand your why, and you have to know why you're really doing something. So what do you have to have in order to do that? You have to have a CCMP. You have to have a clear, concise mental picture. And then you have to go for it. But guess what? It still goes back to the other things that we always talk about. You have to understand, how do you get to that why? How do you work on that why? What do you need to help you take care of that why? Guess what? You have to have tools. You have to have education. You have to have determination. You have to have communication. and you have to have connections. So it goes back to all the things that we've been talking about. You have to be able to communicate. This is why we say that as soon as that first 48 hours again, when you get a new affiliate coming in, you have to get them into Tools Rock. And in that first week, you got to get them in the communication class ASAP. Because guess what? The quicker and the more that they understand that, the better that they're going to be an associate affiliate with you to get the job done, that both of you are going to benefit. You're going to benefit by being the leader and the teacher of that affiliate because you know the system, you know how to communicate, you know how to connect, and then that affiliate is going to learn from you how to communicate, how to connect, and the system, because you've taken them in the education vault in the team training room, you've given them the checklist, you've given them the manual, and you've gone through that manual, and all of those things, those are the things that are necessary. And guess what? Those are the things that will solve that why for you. You already know why now. You know why. But now it comes to how. And the how is learning those things and being able to teach those things. Bob is not back yet, but you know, I'm chopping at the bit. Hopefully he can get back in because I am so chopping at the bit to hear what he has to say, because the information that he's given us to me is phenomenal. And I'm one that I like to learn from other people. I don't care who they are. If they can teach me something, I want to learn it, because then guess what? I can help somebody else with that information as well. So again, knowing your why. So, you know, ask yourself that question. Why? Why am I even in this business? Why am I even putting the time in to do this when I can be doing something else? Well, why this instead of something else? Why am I working with this person instead of somebody else? Do I connect with this person? Do I communicate with this person? Is this person willing to help me? Is that why I want to work with this person? Because guess what? As we know, that's one of the beautiful things about this business, is that we get to choose who we work with. And again, this is why we want to find out if we have an interested party. And this is want to find out. This is why we want to lock arms, you know, and see if we can work together. And if not, guess what we can do? We shake hands and bid each other goodbye and move on from there. Now that's fair. So we have all these things that we're able to do. We have all these things that help us out there and everything. So it's very important to know your why. Good morning, Vic. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Mark. I could help you.
Yeah, we kind of lost Bob and everything, and I haven't been able to get him back yet. So,
is there a way I can reach him?
Let me see. I don't know if I even have his number. Let me see if I have his number in my phone.
Yeah, you could text it to me. Okay, sorry for the interruption here.
That's all right, not a problem. Hold on. Let me see if I have him in here. Nope, I don't have him in my phone. So I don't have that information. Joe probably Joe has it.
But okay, well, I guess
for the future.
Okay.
But is there anything that you want to add, Vic? That I've said a few things, and anything you want to add to that, what I've said?
Well, I appreciate the information that he's passing on to us. You know, you and I were probably both raised in the financial field, and I remember some very critical training about the proper use of paper and the proper use of ink. And you know, when we transitioned into the financial world, and you were told, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
When we were told that we had to write with black ink and use certain forms and all that good stuff, it kind of changed how I was doing business, because I came out of the real estate. arena, in the real estate arena, you had to use blue ink and white paper and everything. So I guess the psychology behind using specific colors of paper and specific ink is very important. And so I take to heart what Bob was saying, and threw away my yellow pads and got out my white paper.
Yeah, that was very interesting because all these years I've been using the yellow pad and the blue ink and attorneys, you see them, they have yellow pads, and I mean yellow pads and black ink. Some of them have blue. That means that they all mixed up anyway. But the point is that what he says makes a lot of sense and everything. And the meaning of things. I always say that. Like I always say that words have meanings and pictures in your mind and things like that. So the things that he's saying is very important, and I'm chomping at the bit to get the rest of it. So I guess what we'll do is we'll get this worked out, and we'll have him back tomorrow if he's available and everything, so that he can continue on this and everything. And because I think it's great information. So I will get with Joe and I will get with Bob and see if we can have him back here tomorrow to to give us some more of that great information that he's giving out. In the meantime, I'll say this, that we've got all the letters and everything in our Tools Rock back office, in the training room and I call it the education vault. All the letters are done. The videos work. Hopefully everybody, their situation is good and everything is working. We have the AdTech Gold, which is the name of the 12-week plan. It hasn't changed, but that's the name of it. And for those of you that know, we had it, it was taken away, but then we got it back and had it put up on another server, and we changed the name on it, so now we can have it for good. So, so in essence, we kind of own it now, but it's called AdTech Gold. And in the back office, we have the autoresponder letters and the contact letters. We have all those things back there. And Joe put a lot of time, I have to say him, because he put a lot of more time in than me. We talked about it together, but as far as putting it together and doing all the work, Joe pretty much did all of that. And that's why he's been up nights again and everything. And Joe and I, we're about 3 hours difference. He in Arizona and here I am in Virginia. So with daylight saving time now, it changed to a period of 3 hours. We have a 3-hour difference. So usually when I'm retiring at night from a long day, then he's like, still 8 o'clock in the evening. So he's still working. And I'll get an email from him the next morning. I always look at the time of that email, and it may say 3 o'clock. That means he was up at that time when he probably should have been asleep, but he was up still working because we wanted, we want so much to get these things done so that you can have access to them, so that you can use them, so it can affect and help grow your business. So that's what we're doing. And we've got, the other thing that he's doing is that he's retaping the communication class. It's going to be better. It's going to be better for everybody. And again, we talked about it, and we've adjusted the cost and everything because we want people to get in right away, because it's going to help them get started right away. It's going to help them to be able to connect and, and communicate with people that they want to in the right way. And again, this is why we've taken all of this time and spent all this money to put this together for you. I mean, it's for us as well, but we do it with you in mind because we want you, our family, to benefit from it and everything. So, all those things are in place now. We've got the lead company, we got all that. Now we've got one more project that we're kind of talking about, and we're going to be the guinea pigs on that probably, and then we'll, if it works the way that we want it to work and where we see is real beneficial, then we'll share that with you. And we kind of consider that the last piece. But everything else is going well. People are getting They're mail out, and people are getting, you know, people chiming in, and things are happening. So all we have to do is keep at it, keep working at it. Give yourself a year. A year from now, and I just feel this. A year from now, if we keep working the way that we're working, a lot of us will have six-figure income a year from now. And a lot of us will have close to it as well, because as we say in the AdTech business presentation, those type of people that we're looking for who want to have a successful business from home, you know, they'll end up making about $85,000. But then again, if they bring on other affiliates who use the same techniques and system that we use, and it works for them, then basically you'll earn $15,000 to $20,000 from each of those affiliates that you bring in. So that takes you over six-figure income. Now, we're not hyping the money. What we're saying is follow the system, follow the techniques, do the proper communication, which will allow you to do the proper connecting, and you do that, and you don't just go getting a bunch of people and things and throwing it up against the wall and praying that it sticks and everything like that. That's not the way to do it. Do it the way that we're talking about. And we believe in our hearts that you will be successful, and you'll be able to lead a lot of other people, and that's where your duplication takes place. Everybody will be happy because they made a loving instead of a living, and you know, and it's going to make a difference in a lot of people's lives. So it is now 11:27, right at the bottom of the hour, and we like to try to be finished by 11:30. Sometimes we go over, but if it's important, then we'll do that. We don't necessarily have a time limit. We like to keep it to a half an hour because we know a lot of you have things to do and you have your business to run, but we just want to give you something for the day to get started, and things that we've learned that we're doing that's working and helping us, and we want it, you know, for you, to help you there. So I'm gonna do one thing, Victor, before I check the chat room. If you have anything you want to add before we close out, I'm gonna check the chat room while you're doing that, and then we'll get ready to close out in case anybody have any questions.
Okay, no, I don't really have anything to add today. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's the beginning of the week. You know, we're excited about that always. And I had to drop out and come back in for some reason. I think that's just my computer. So having said all that, I hope you can get Bob back next week so he can finish up.
Yes, we're definitely going to do that. I think one of his partners is Sherry Young, and Sherry says that Bob just called and he apologized for having connection problems and can't get reconnected. So, but he's still trying. So what we'll do, we'll have him back the first of the week, Monday or Tuesday. I'll talk to Joe about that. We're definitely going to have him back next week and let him finish, because it's very important what he has to share with us and everything. And so those of you, you know, some of what he said today, you can go to Joe Shoop's YouTube channel and get that. But then also the first lesson that Bob shared with us should be there as well. So you may want to get that. That was last Friday, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, which was, let's see, last Friday, I believe, was the 6th of March. So you can go back and look at that. Very interesting. And then this coming week, we'll get all that taken care of. So with that being said, anything else you want to add, Victor?
No, if he needs help, just let me know. Maybe we'll do a trial here.
Yeah, because one of the things, Victor, he wants to get his picture done right. He said he thought he uploaded it, but we haven't been able to get his picture because we know it should show on here.
Oh, okay.
This platform. So
put him in touch with me.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
So everyone, go out, make it a great day. Have a blessed day. You know, share what you have with somebody. They need it. You know, communities need it. Counties need it. States. You know, people need a change, something that's really going to affect them in their careers and their family, because we know the most important economy is the one in our very own homes, and we can help there. And again, like I said, the world needs us. A lot of good things are happening. I don't know, some of you, I know I read the company newsletter yesterday. Some exciting things are happening and coming down the pike, so get ready for that. So with that being said, peace and blessings to you. Go out and make it a great day. Peace and love to you. And this is Mark Stevens for our host, Joe Shoop and Victor. and we will see you back here tomorrow, the first day of the week, for the Breakfast Club. Peace and blessings, everybody. Go out and make it a great day.